بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome dear students. This is Miss Layla Aljci again. Inshallah today we will continue our unit all kinds of people. Today inshallah we will cover two lessons, 9 and 10 reading and the project. This is what we are covering in our lesson today. Before we start our lesson, let's recall what we covered in our previous lesson. In our previous lesson we covered the conversation, we read the conversation and we answered the questions related to the conversation. We chose an ending for the conversation. Also, we learned how do we use real talk phrases, and we did our own conversation as a practice. Inshallah, today by the end of the lesson, we will be able to read simple ideas, big results, scan the reading for details, answer question related to the text, and present a person who has made a difference in the world. This is the last part is related to the project. Okay, let's start with the reading on page 28. So let's look at the pictures in front of us. What do you think, looking at these two pictures? Do you think these people are rich? They look happy, I understand they look really happy, but do you think they have loads of money? No, they are poor people who need charity, they need donations, they need people's support for their education, they need their support for their food, to have a healthy life, and they need it for also their health. Okay, they need loads of different kinds of help and support. Number one, what do you know about people who work for charity? Do you know anyone who worked for charity, who helped other people by donating money? Not only donating money, do you know anyone? I think we have many campaigns here when they collect money and they go to poor countries and they dig up wells, صح? So they help get people to get water, okay? So they help and they build mosques around Muslim countries to support these countries, صح? Do you know anyone who does that? If yes, tell us, what does he do? And how easy his life become when he give to other people. Have you ever worked in a charity? Think about yourself. Have you don't have to have money to give other people. You can donate your work, صح? You can help other people, supporting other people in charities. You can help them creating events. You can help them advertising, doing posters like the posters we did before, so more people will come and donate money. So have you ever done that before? And tell us, what was your experience like? Did you enjoy it when you supported charity, or you what happened? Tell us, okay? So it's just speaking to with your friend, discussing charity events and people around you who's doing charity events, okay? Now moving to the questions. The question, we have the title, Simple Ideas, Big Results. We have something small, started as a small, and the results and the endings are big, okay? So this is the title. We have two paragraphs, two parts in our reading. The first part is about Muhammad Yunus, Nobel Peace Prize winner. This is the first one, and you can see the picture of this person on your book. And the second part of the reading is related to Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil, businessman and philanthropist. And you can see his picture there, okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to work with a partner. So you will work in in pairs, okay? One student A and one student B, okay? We will not read the whole text together. Okay, we have student A and student B. Divide yourselves like that, okay? Student A, she or he will read Muhammad Yunus Nobel Peace Prize winner. She or he will read that text. And student B, she will read the part related to Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil, okay? So A will read the first part, and B, she will read or he will read the second part, okay? You will divide yourself. Before you read, we have these questions. It's related to the text you're reading, okay? So student A will be answering question 1, 2, 3, and 4. And student B, he or she will answer questions from 5 to 8, okay? So also the after reading questions, it will be divided into student A will answer 4 and student B will answer 4. Each one of you, it's related to your part of reading, okay? Focus on these when you're reading the text. Let's read the questions. Why did Yunus, so it's related to the first part, receive the Nobel Peace Prize? What did he do so people, they gave him this prize, okay? Question 2, what work was he doing when he thought of the idea? He used to do something before he had this idea. He used to do something. What did he used to do? His work, his job, okay? Question 3, how did his system work? How did the system or the idea work, okay? So try to explain the idea. Question 4, how long has he had the Grameen Bank? So there is something called the Grameen Bank. How long has he had that? Okay? So you have to tell us. Do you know the answers? Of course you don't. You have to read, then you can answer these questions. Question 5, why was Jamil named Saudi Volunteer of the Year? Why did he get that title? What did he do to receive it? 6, what did Jamil learn from his father? He learned something from his father. What is it? Tell us. 7, what is the purpose of Jpal? There is something called Jpal. Why did they invented that, this organization? And they named it like this. Why? You have to explain based on the reading, okay? Question 8, what kind of projects does Aljci supports? So we have another project. This is the name of the project. What does this project support? Okay? Now you have to read and try to answer these questions. When you finish reading, you can pause the video and read. When you finish the reading, you have to tell each other and share your ideas with your class. Tell us, what did you learn from the reading? What did you understand from the reading? Okay? Now moving to the first group, A. What did you learn? So Muhammad Yunus Nobel Prize, he was called the world's banker of the poor. This is a title he received. Also, he won his Nobel Prize in 2006. So we are summarizing the text. The third thing we found out, he uses the prize money. He used the prize money to find other ways to help poor people. So when he received the Nobel Prize, they gave him money. He took the money to help poor people. Okay, this is related to the first part of the conversation, the reading. Also, he founded the Grameen Bank. He created that bank, صح? Also, he did an experimental project with his students. When he was teaching in a university in Bangladesh, so he did an experimental project. He did a project with his students. What is the project? He lends money to poor people for them to start their small business. So he gives poor people money so they can start their business, and then they give the money back when they are their business grows. Okay. Also, the Grameen Bank duplicated in more than 100 countries. What do we mean here? That's mean more than 100 countries did the same as Muhammad Yunus. Okay, so they did something similar. They did similar to the Grameen Bank. They started lending money to poor people and to support them with their business. The bank has 6.61 borrowers. This is the number of people who borrowed money in Bangladesh. Okay, the developed countries. What do we mean? Like countries like USA, the big countries with good economy, they opened Grameen banks. So they did the same idea. Okay, so this is what we understood from the first part of the reading. Okay, now moving on to the second part, student B. Let's share our ideas. Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil received many awards for charity work. He did a lot of charity work and he received many awards. He helped solving poverty crisis. Crisis, that's mean big problem related to poverty, poor people. So he helped solve this problem. Okay, find a solution for it. He was named the Saudi Volunteer of the Year. He received the award for establishing job creation programs. What do we mean? He created a program to invent jobs. He doesn't give money. He creates a job so people who need money, they can get that job and they can work for their own money. So he creates jobs, okay, to help them. He studied at MIT and joined the Poverty Action Lab. This is what he did when he was studying. He made a big donation to an organization which is called Jpal. Okay, he made a big donation to this organization. What is Jpal? It's a group of researchers. We had a group of researchers. Their mission is to reduce poverty. Their work is they want to make poverty less, reduce poverty. Okay? He established the Abdul Latif Jamil Community Initiative Program. This is Aljci. This is what program he invented, he established. Okay, their project is Bab Rizq Jamil. This is one of the projects these people did to create job opportunity. So Bab Rizq Jamil is there to create more job opportunities. They create a job and they're looking for a person who needs that job and let him or her work in that job. Okay, this is what he did. And this is the summary of our reading. Okay, now moving on to after reading part A. Choose the correct meaning according to the text. Okay, so we have number 1, poverty, in line 2. Okay, let's read it together. Received the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006 for his pioneering work against poverty. What does poverty mean? Does it mean pollution or being poor or a disease? What does poverty mean? What do you think? Excellent, being poor. So you choose this answer. Question 2, to rely on. In line 9, number 2. Until then, the local people relied on local money lenders who were not always fair. Relied on, when you rely on someone, what does this mean? Do you accept, to accept, or to trust, or to depend on? You are trusting this person? No. You are, excellent, depending on. So to depend on. Okay, this is number 2. Number 3, loan in line 3. Recently, the bank started a program to give poor people a loan of about $9 to purchase small items. So a loan here, is it a donation? Money you borrow, you take money, you borrow money, and then you return it back. Or money, when you are working, they give it to you, money you earn. Or money you have lost. You don't know where is it. What does a loan mean? Yes, you go to a so when you are in need, you go to someone who has money and borrow money from him. So money we borrow. We call that money a loan, because when we have more money, we have to give it back, return the money to that person. Okay, this is number 3. Number 4, to establish. He was named Saudi Volunteer of the Year for establishing job creation programs in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. Establishing, what does establish mean? From the text, does it mean create, buy, give money to? Excellent, is to create. This is what does this word mean. 4, unemployment. Unemployment. Think about the meaning of employment, okay? Unemployment is the main cause of poverty. This is the main reason people are poor. And Jamil realizes that governments need the support of businesses to solve the problem, okay? They solve the unemployment problem. So unemployment, what does it mean? Lack of money, they don't have money. Did they talk? Poverty is lack of money, صح? Lack of education, they don't have education. Or lack of jobs, they don't have a job. Excellent, it's C, lack of jobs, they don't have jobs. 6, to reduce. To reduce is to Jpal is a group of experts, researchers whose mission is to reduce poverty in the world by finding scientifically based solutions. So to reduce something is to make it more or stop or to make it less. Excellent, reduce is to make it less. These are the words and their meaning. Now moving on to the questions I asked you to cover, student A and student B. Let's do it one by one. Why did Yunus receive the Nobel Prize, Peace Prize? Why did he receive it? Yalla, student A, can you tell me? Excellent, he received it for his work against poverty. He tried to fight poverty. That's why he received this prize. Question 2. What work was he doing when he thought of the idea? He was an economics teacher. He was a teacher in a university. 3, how did his system work? He lent poor people small amounts. So he lent, he gave other people, poor people, small amount of money. He gives them money to use for their own small businesses so they can create their business. 4, how long has he had the Grameen Bank? He has had the Grameen Bank since 1976. This is the time. 5, now student B. Why was Jamil named Saudi Volunteer of the Year? Because he established job creation programs in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. This is what he did. 6. What did Jamil learn from his father? He learned that life is about helping others. This is the lesson he learned from his father. Question 7. What is the purpose of JPAL? This JPAL does research and tries to reduce poverty by finding scientifically based solutions. So they want to try to find answers and solutions for poverty and poor people to support them. Question 8, the last question here. What kind of projects does Aljci supports? They support what? They support projects in job creations, business financing, education and training, health and art and culture. This is the kind of project they support, okay? Now, looking at this table here, what do they want you to do? They want you to complete this chart by looking how these two persons we read about, how are they similar? How are they the same? Okay? Here, I give you an example. They were both generous people. They are generous. They give money, صح? They are both generous. What do you think they have else in common? Can you think about other things? Yes, they both excellent. They like to help poor people. Excellent. They both tried, excellent, to find solutions, to find answers, to support poor people and fight poverty. Can you think of other things? Discuss your answers with your friends, and now let's see the answers together. They were both, they both wanted to help others. They both won prizes. They both positively affected very large number of poor people. These are the things they have in common. Now for the discussion, in your opinion, who do you think offers more to society? Muhammad, so we have to compare between Muhammad or Muhammad Yunus or Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil. Who do you think he gives more to the society? Which one you think? From your opinion, there is no right or wrong answer. So Muhammad Yunus, who helped people to start their own business and earn of living. So he gives money to other people so they can start their business, and they give the money back to him. But Abdul Latif Jamil, what did he do? Who helps create a job? He gives a job opportunity. So he helps them to find a job. So he doesn't give them money. He just tried to find a job for poor people. Which one you think helped the society more? Can you discuss your answers? Tell us. I think Abdul Latif Jamil, he did much better job. So instead of lending the money and maybe the person you lend to, they wouldn't give the money back, then he would lose the money. Maybe this is one opinion. So discuss the opinions with your friends, okay? Now for project, our second lesson today, research someone who has made a difference. Now here, we have to find someone who did something similar. We read about Abdul Latif Jamil and Muhammad Yunus and Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil. Can you think of someone else and try to write something similar? Okay, this is what you have to do in your project. You have to find someone who has made a difference in your country or to the world. It doesn't have to be someone local, okay? Present your findings to the class. You have to research and tell us what did this person do and what is his idea, something similar to the reading, okay? when you are presenting to your class, you have to keep these 2 points in mind. You have to think about important achievements, the great things this person you chose. What did he do? Think about something great he did, okay? And what the person will be remembered for. If this person dies, or he is already dead, what do the people remember him or her for, okay? So the first thing we have to do is choose the topic, of course. You have to choose this person, research, look for information. And these questions are here to help you find more information about that person. So you have to research online to find more information of that person. You can consider these questions to help you. How the person has helped others. How did he do it? You say he is a great person who helped others. How did he do it? Tell us, what did he do? Okay, or she does. How the person first started to do his or her special work. How did he or she start? How did they start it? Okay? What problems that the person has had in his or her work? Did they face any problems? Tell us the problem. What successes that the person has had? Did he succeeded? What kind of achievement did they cover? So for your homework, you have to do workbook, page 105. Also, you have to do the project. You have to research someone famous. Do something similar to the reading we covered about 2 people. You have to research one person, either local in Saudi or around the world, okay? And present it to your class. For the fun fact, so what did we cover in our lesson today? We read simple ideas, big results. We scanned the reading for details, and we answered questions related to the text. Also, we have the project. For the fun fact, we have here the oldest person. She is the oldest person ever to have lived. She lived really long. A French woman named Janine Louis Calment. She was 122 years old when she died in 1997. She was named the oldest person who have ever lived. Okay? That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and inshallah I will see you next class.